Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Trump token, the 20th largest meme coin in the market right now at $236 million market cap. This is one of the easiest, in my opinion, easiest 10x's ever. And I'll explain why. For those of you that have watched my previous videos, I touched on it slightly, but let me just make it clear to everyone. The cryptocurrency market, and more particularly the meme coin market, is based on narratives. Narratives make the world go round in the meme coin market. And if you can buy the right narrative, you can make an absolute fortune. And before you say to yourself, well, what makes you credible? Well, we called Bonk token under a $50 million market cap. The narrative was the first dog coin onto the Solana chain, and we predicted Solana would be the most dominant coin in the last cycle and in this cycle. So we made a bet on Bonk token under a $50 million market cap, which is pretty well documented. Pepe we called under $100 million market cap, live on YouTube. Again, you can go back and watch that video as well, and the list goes on and on. And this narrative right now, I mean, it doesn't really get any more simple. It doesn't get any more simple than this. Step one, find a narrative. I believe I found it with this Trump token. Step two, buy. Step three, hold and sell at the right time. Right? Now, starting with step one, we have the US election this year. Right? So we have the US election this year between Trump and Biden. Well, it's been rumored that Biden's going to drop out and it will be Kamala Harris or someone else. So Trump is a candidate. And it's also been announced that he will no longer be sentenced during the election campaign. So he's not going to prison beforehand, whether some of you believe he is or some of you believe he isn't. The point is, there's a good chance he could be elected this year. And remember, with narratives, it's not about you caring about whether he gets elected or whether he doesn't get elected, whether he's a bad person, whether he's not a bad person. This is all irrelevant. All that matters is the narrative. And the narrative is Trump is running for office. There's going to be a lot of hype in the market surrounding that name. You're already starting to see meme coins pop up all over the place, right? You can see if we scroll down, okay, we've got Trump. This is right now the number one Trump meme coin at the moment. You can see Maga hat, there's one here. If you scroll down, you're going to see more Donald Trump. You're going to see loads of different Donald Trump meme coins popping up, and we just want the number one most dominant and the one that we believe is going to catch traction, and we believe we found it. Now, because we made it this far in the video, I'm now going to get into the technicals. So let's get straight into it. So right now we're at $5.17. The price has fallen quite a bit on Trump token from its all-time highs. Currently down 71.35% from June the 1st, which was a month ago. Its all-time high was at $17.52. So price is down quite a bit from its all-time high. So that in itself presents quite a good opportunity. I think this hits a $2 billion market cap easy. That's, again, just my opinion. When that happens, well, that's more in depth. What I want you all to do is, number one, subscribe, because if you missed out on some of these free buy calls that I've been giving out on Bonk token, Pepe, etc., it means you're not subscribed. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any more of those kind of calls. Once you've done that, join the free Telegram group, because that's where I'm going to get more in depth in regards to some of these updates, when I'm planning to sell Bonk token and more. And I've also got a video in there showing you how to make $100,000 in 1 month and 7 days. And that's an 8-minute video. I walk you through step by step the strategy on how to do that. But let's continue with the video. So we're currently at $5.13. I predict a minimum 10x, which would bring us from our current price, a current area, to around about 59. Let's just go down about 50. There we go. About $56. So price goes from where it is now to about $56. That would be the target for a 10x. And to be honest with you, that might just be again, just a first step target. It can go way beyond that, but that's that's another video. You have to subscribe so you can get those next updates. But of course, we're not going to hit $56 overnight. We have to first, number one, get back to the area that we sold off at the end of June. I say this all the time with pretty much any coin that's had a big sell-off. It needs to get back beyond some of those highs. Right now, we saw a sell-off across the entire cryptocurrency market cap. So this sell-off that we're seeing is not unique to this token. So that's the positive here for those of you that may be concerned about this downwards price action. If you go to pretty much any chart, you're going to see a deep sell-off like this, unless of course it's a top 10 token, right? So what I would say to everybody now is I'll be looking at positioning. I'll be looking for a first target area around $10, about 115% move from where we currently are now. I think that should happen quite quickly and quite easily. And then of course we move back beyond our highs, which is only 258% from where we currently are now. Now, what I will say is, depending on where this coin could peak to, ultimately depends on what happens surrounding the narrative. So if there's positive data surrounding Donald Trump and the election, right? So the more positive data, the more price should pump. The more negative data, the more price goes down or remains stagnant, right? This is pretty much a no-brainer. But what I actually think is going to happen is I think we're going to see a pump going into the election. So number one, I want to see how price performs when the overall market starts to pick up again. That's going to be the first thing I'm looking for. And then once I get a glimpse of the price action there, I want to see, when is price actually going to take off? Is price going to take off when maybe a month before the election? Are we going to see maybe a 3-month run leading up to election and then maybe see the sell-off, right? Who knows? But there's so many different strategies that we can implement with this particular token, which is why I'm saying this to me is like the easiest 10x ever, because I think we could see this target hit way before the election, right? We see this target hit way before the election, and then who knows, the tide could change and then it could sell off before the election. I think the biggest mistake that people are going to make for this particular project is they're going to be holding on for dear life in just hope and anticipation that it will keep going up and up. But I do think with that strategy, that is going to lead to a massive disaster, because if he doesn't get elected, you're going to see prices pretty much go to zero. Even if he does get elected, we may see a short-term sell-off as the pump essentially may have been priced in beforehand. So there's so many different things we need to discuss. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you join the free Telegram group so you don't miss out on this discussion, especially if you've enjoyed this video. But we have so much to talk about. And I'll remind you all, nothing that you see in this video is financial advice. Always make sure to do your own independent research. I'm wishing you all the best for this bull cycle, but the challenge starts now. What is going to be your first 10x in your portfolio? Hopefully it's this. It might be another coin. We'll have to wait and see. Till next update, seize the day.